I'm Chandrasekhar Bhatt and I took up sustainability as a default choice in the year 2015. As a waste mafioso, my vision for 2030 is to enable 10 crore Indians take up recycling as a default lifestyle choice. In this process, we will be able to achieve the following incredible results. Number one, we would be able to uplift the livelihoods of 6 million trash pickers across our country. We would be able to create 30,000 recycling businesses in our country. And every year, we would be able to divert 4 million tons of waste from landfills. Due to rapid urbanization and a growing population, waste generation has grown manifold across the last decade. Every year, across the world, more than 2 billion tons of waste is generated. In India, we have more than 65 million tons of waste being generated every single year. These numbers are literally mind-blowing. To be quite frank, I find India's relationship with waste to be quite amusing. Culturally, we have a very frugal mindset. You are sure to find a plastic bag full of plastics in each and every home. Old electronic gadgets are preserved in one corner of your house for ages like they are a memento. Eatables, once purchased and consumed, the plastic containers in which they come in, they are stored safely in the kitchen shelves after washing as a potential storage option. Not to mention the joy of handing over popular recyclables like newspapers or plastic bottles to the neighborhood scrap collector or the kabadiwala every time he reaches your doorstep. These small joys in life is what inspired me to take up recycling. You'll be surprised to know that I have a background in mining engineering. Aren't you wondering, how is this guy who was a mining engineer before suddenly doing all this work in the environmental field? Well, I'll tell you why. I thankfully had a lot of opportunities to travel across India during my stint as a mining engineering student. I used to visit a lot of mining projects, especially coal projects and iron ore projects, to figure out how we can make them more environmentally friendly. It was during one of these travels, when I was sitting in a bus station waiting for a bus, that I experienced something that really touched my heart. Well, I was sitting there on a chair waiting for my bus to arrive, and there were a couple of guys standing right next to me. I could hear them speaking amongst themselves, a couple of friends speaking, and I was totally fine with it. And then something happened that really disturbed me. They were eating chips from a packet, a plastic packet to be quite precise, and then after they ate it, they just threw it on the floor. There was a bin right next to them at that moment. Being a concerned citizen, I walked up to them and I told them, why don't you use this bin so that we can keep our landscape more clean? But no, they just smiled at me, and his friend, the other guy who had another packet in his hand, threw that plastic packet on the floor right in front of my eyes. Well, these frugal Indian citizens who really try hard to keep their home premises clean, who really have all the efforts in place to make things great inside their house, end up throwing trash on the streets without caring for the Indian landscape. Well, this is something I really wanted to change, and that is why I began this journey. We still have a long way to go before we can realize our dream of a Swachh, clean Bharat. Out of the 65 million tons of waste generated every year, only 2/3 are collected and the rest is out in the streets. Out of the 43 million tons collected, only 11.9 million tons is treated and the rest is dumped in landfill sites. If we continue dumping in landfill sites like this, we would require 1,240 hectares of land every year to manage our waste. At the current rate, we are expecting 165 million tons of waste by 2030, which means we would require 66,000 hectares of land to store 20 years worth of waste, and this would be 10 meters high. Well, let me put things in perspective for you. This is almost equivalent to Bengaluru's area. Well, if we don't change the current waste management situation in India, we will soon be buried in our own muck. There are a lot of parties involved in this process. Okay? The government is definitely very responsible to manage waste because they collect taxes from us all. Waste pickers and trash pickers who come to your doorstep every day to collect your trash are definitely a very key part of this system. And you, as a citizen, also have a part to play. If everybody does their part, and that is when we will be able to really achieve the complete potential of waste in our country. Scientific disposal of waste is clearly the need of the hour to abate the harmful effects of solid waste management. Government bodies are responsible to set up the infrastructure required to collect, segregate, process and transport this waste to authorized end destinations. Since government bodies do not have the technical expertise to manage waste, I strongly recommend they have public-private partnerships in place where all local municipal bodies partner with existing recycling companies in our country for the technical expertise. Obviously, private recycling companies can manage waste better. According to data gathered by Central Pollution Control Board, Indian government bodies are spending crores of rupees in setting up waste-to-energy plants, biomethanation plants, and material recovery facilities to process waste. Although I strongly commend their efforts, I think setting up waste-to-energy plants in India do need a second thought. The reason being, waste-to-energy plants can only process waste that is very well segregated. And since we do not yet have that level of segregation in place, these plants are having frequent breakdowns and are shutting down momentarily every now and then. In a year, these plants are not even operational for 4 to 5 months as a result. We strongly need more plants like these in India to make waste management the priority in our country. Well, I'm sure you know the obvious environmental and health risks associated with waste. Well, all the mixed garbage going into landfills, well, they really send out leachates into the soil, polluting groundwater, making life hard for farmers and local communities in that area. Not to mention all the mixed garbage that you throw on the streets. Well, it is really the breeding ground for diseases like cholera, tuberculosis and dengue. Not to mention all the animals who try to go feed from that waste and really impacting their health. You must have seen photos of animals like cows and dogs eating from all the garbage lying in the streets around you. As concerned citizens, it is time we ask ourselves, what can we do to make India Swachh again? Interestingly, when people who are really aware of this problem, when they segregate their trash and hand it over to the trash pickers, they see the trash pickers mixing it in their vehicles and then going and dumping it in landfills. Now this is something that holds most people back from segregating waste. Let me tell you something. Waste is a design flaw, and with appropriate design thinking principles, we will be able to face this together. What I recommend is, irrespective of what happens to waste when you hand it over, make sure you do your bit. Segregate, segregate and segregate some more. After all that I've seen happening in this industry for the past 4 years, I have come to have quite a few strong opinions on what can be done differently. I believe that in India we need to have a standardized system where wet, dry and toxic segregation is implemented across all cities and towns. You would be surprised to know that rules keep differing from place to place, and hence creating change becomes very hard until we have a standardized system. Polluter pays model is one where people who do not segregate are asked to pay the cost of disposing it, and this can be a great way to make people segregate waste. However, an alternate approach of incentivizing people who segregate waste is also a great way to start off. Incentives can be in the form of tax rebates from the government, recycled goodies on the house, or even the feel-good incentive of loyalty points. Okay, now this is something that you can start off right away. Keep your segregated trash at home for an extended duration. Don't dispose it frequently. Let's say keep it for a week. Segregate it and keep it for a week. And find an online service provider. I'm sure you're going to find a lot of online recycling service providers. Find an online service provider you are comfortable with and hand it over to them on a weekly basis. Now by doing this, you're actually ensuring that your waste is not going to the landfill and you're handing it over to a competent recycling company. We are in this internet era where you have an app for everything. I'm sure you have used the food delivery app to get food delivered to your doorstep. And it does come in beautiful plastic packaging. And this, after you eat it, I'm sure goes into your trash bin. Now that you're going to segregate your waste, I'm sure you can do one more thing for me. What you could do is wash these plastic containers before you keep it aside. The reason I'm asking you to do this is because once these plastic containers reach a recycling facility, and if it has a lot of contamination, it becomes extremely hard for recycling companies to get it recycled. You will be doing them a big favor by washing it and handing it over to them in a very clean fashion. Okay, so now that that is taken care of, let me tell you how we can uplift the the marginalized waste pickers some more. Tell me something. How many of us know the trash picker who comes to our doorstep every morning by their first name? How many of us have bothered to ask them what is happening in their lives? I'm sure most of us have not. These are the real climate heroes working day in and day out to make sure our homes and streets are clear from piling trash. Imagine our plight if they don't show up at work for an extended duration. The whole world would be literally full of litter. A small gesture like waving at them or saying good morning every time you see them will go a long way. These are tough times we are going through. The COVID-19 pandemic has really shown us what matters and what doesn't. Sustainability has been brought to the forefront after this experience. You will be surprised to know waste generation has actually increased due to the pandemic. The single-use PPE kits and face masks are all being washed into the drains and into the oceans. Now this is affecting marine life, and this is another major problem that we are going to face in the near future. Well, in light of the current COVID pandemic, governments everywhere are figuring out who to give vaccines to when they are going to be out soon. And they did mention that it should be given to people who are in high-risk employment. Well, these trash pickers are definitely in a high-risk workplace. Imagine they come to your doorstep irrespective of anything and come collect whatever you have discarded with no second thoughts whatsoever. Now this is something I want you to do. Go sign the petition asking your local government body to administer COVID vaccines on priority to waste pickers as soon as they come out. Now this will go a long way in showing them that we really care about their health and well-being. Now if they are happy, they will do a great job, and that means life is going to be great for us.